My beloved child, listen closely, because this moment was not placed in your path by accident. There is a door before you, unseen by many, unnoticed by most, yet it stands open right now. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. And something deep within your spirit already feels it. That quiet pull, that unexplainable stirring, that is your invitation. Don't skip this moment. You have walked through days that felt ordinary, even heavy at times. You questioned whether your steps were leading anywhere meaningful. But what you could not see is that every step, every silent prayer, every moment of patience, has been guiding you toward this exact doorway. And now, it has opened. Not with noise, not with spectacle, but with a quiet, undeniable presence that says, "This is your time. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, something that will shift the way you see your life, your purpose, and your path forward." This door is not made of wood or stone. It is formed from opportunity, from faith, from a chance to begin again without carrying the weight of what tried to hold you back. And yet, it requires something from you. A seed. Not something grand or impossible, but something real. A decision. A step. A willingness to trust even when you don't have all the answers. Because every great journey begins with something small, something planted in unseen soil. And right now, you are standing at the edge of that beginning. There are moments in life that pass like the wind, and then there are moments like this, where everything pauses, where time feels different, where your heart whispers, "Pay attention." This is one of those moments. The door will not force you to walk through it. It will not call out loudly. It simply waits, open, patient, for you to recognize its presence. And here is the truth that few understand. The ones who step forward are not always the strongest, they are the ones who choose to believe that this opening was meant for them. Something within you has already begun to awaken. You can feel it now, can't you? That quiet courage, that gentle nudge saying, "Move," even if it's just one step. Because planting your seed today is not about perfection. It is about alignment. It is about saying, "I am ready to walk with something greater than my doubts." And as you stand here, right at the threshold, there is one thing you must understand before you take that step. The seed you plant today will not remain unseen for long. But what it becomes, and how it transforms your path, that is what you are about to discover. My beloved child, listen closely, because this moment was not placed in your path by accident. There is a door before you, silent, unseen by the rushing world, yet wide open for you right now. Not later. Not someday. Right now. And something inside you already knows it. That gentle pull in your chest, that feeling you couldn't explain, that quiet voice telling you to pause and pay attention, this is it. This is your moment. Don't skip this. You may have felt overlooked, like your efforts went unnoticed, like your journey has been slower than others. But what you couldn't see is that every delay was shaping you, every quiet season was preparing you, every unanswered question was guiding you here. To this open door. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Something that will change how you see everything from this moment forward. This door is not ordinary. It doesn't swing open with noise or demand attention. It reveals itself only to those who are ready to see beyond the surface, beyond fear, beyond hesitation. And today, you are one of those chosen to see it. But there is something important you must understand. This door responds to a seed. Not a perfect plan. Not a grand gesture. Just a seed, a simple act of trust, a decision to move forward even when you cannot see the full path. Because the truth is, your next chapter does not begin with certainty. It begins with willingness. Right now, you are standing at a turning point that many will never recognize. A quiet intersection between who you were and who you are becoming. And the most powerful part? You don't need to have everything figured out. You only need to take that first step, and plant what has been placed in your heart. Because once that seed is planted, something begins to shift. Something unseen, yet unstoppable. And what it will grow into, is far greater than anything you expect. There is a moment, almost invisible, where everything begins to change. You don't hear it with your ears. You don't see it with your eyes. But deep within, something aligns, as if the path ahead quietly recognizes your presence. This is what happens the instant you choose to plant your seed. Not later. Not when you feel ready. But now. Because readiness is not what opens the door, willingness is. Don't scroll past this feeling. Stay with it, because something is unfolding that you were meant to experience. The seed you carry is not ordinary. It holds your intention, your quiet hope, your decision to trust even when the outcome is unknown. And the moment you release it, through a step, a choice, a shift in your mindset, it touches something greater than what you can see. At first, nothing seems to change. The world looks the same. The air feels the same. You might even wonder if anything happened at all. But beneath the surface, something has already begun. A process you cannot rush, a transformation you cannot force, yet one that moves with perfect timing. This is where most people turn back. They plant, but they doubt. They begin, but they hesitate. They expect instant proof, and when it doesn't appear, they close themselves off. But you are being invited to do something different. To trust the unseen. To walk forward even when the evidence hasn't caught up yet. Because this door does not respond to doubt, it responds to quiet faith, to steady steps, to a heart that refuses to turn back too soon. And here is what makes this moment so powerful. The moment you choose to keep walking, even in silence, even without signs. The door opens wider. Not all at once, but just enough for you to take the next step. And with each step, something within you grows stronger. Clearer. More certain. Until one day, you look back, and realize that what once felt like a small seed, has already begun shaping your entire path. But there is something even deeper happening, something most people never notice until it's too late. And once you understand it, you will never hesitate at a doorway again. And here is the part almost no one sees coming. The door was never only in front of you, it was also being formed within you. While you were waiting for a sign outside, something inside you was quietly shifting, strengthening, preparing to hold what you once thought was too much. This is why the seed matters. Because the moment you plant it, you are not just beginning a journey, you are becoming the kind of person who can walk it. Stay with this, don't skip, because this realization changes everything. You thought the opportunity would change your life instantly. But the truth is, it first changes you. Your thoughts begin to soften. Your fears lose their grip. Your vision becomes clearer, not all at once, but enough to guide your next step. And suddenly, what once felt impossible starts to feel reachable. Not because the world changed overnight, but because you did. This is the hidden transformation. The one that happens quietly, without applause, without recognition, yet it is the most powerful shift of all. Because when you change, the way you see every situation changes. The way you respond changes. The way you walk forward changes. And the door, it responds to that. It opens not just because you knocked, but because you became ready to enter. Think about this moment right now. Something brought you here. Something held your attention this long. Something inside you refused to move away. That is not. That is alignment. A quiet confirmation that you are closer than you think, closer to a breakthrough, closer to clarity, closer to a version of your life that once felt distant. But there is one final truth about this seed, one that will determine what happens next. Because planting it is only the beginning. What you choose to do after, will decide how far this open door will lead you. Now comes the moment that quietly separates those who dream, from those who step into something real. After the seed is planted, after the first step is taken, there is a space in between. A space where nothing feels certain. A space where you might wonder if you truly made the right move. And this is where your path is shaped. Don't turn away now. Stay till the end of this moment, because something important is unfolding inside you. In this space, there are no loud confirmations. No immediate rewards. Just a quiet stillness that asks you one simple question. Will you continue? Not because you see results. Not because everything feels easy. But because something deep within you knows you are meant to keep going. This is where your walk becomes real. Anyone can begin when it feels inspiring. But very few continue when it becomes quiet, when progress feels invisible, when the only thing guiding them is a gentle inner knowing. And yet, this is where the door begins to reveal its true depth. Because every step you take in this unseen phase, strengthens something within you that cannot be shaken later. Your patience grows. Your focus sharpens. Your trust deepens. And slowly, without you even realizing it, you begin to move differently. You stop looking for constant reassurance. You stop doubting every step. You start walking with a calm certainty, even when the path ahead is still unfolding. This is the transformation the door was waiting for. Not perfection. Not speed. But consistency, quiet, steady, unwavering. And here is the beautiful truth. While you are walking through this silent phase, something ahead of you is already being arranged. Paths you cannot yet see are aligning. Moments you have not yet reached are preparing to meet you. And when the timing meets your continued steps, Everything begins to open in a way that feels almost unbelievable. But there is still one final layer, one final understanding that will unlock the full meaning of this journey. Because what is waiting on the other side of this door is not just a destination. It is something far more personal than you ever imagined. And now, you are closer than you have ever been to understanding why this door opened for you. Not for everyone. For you. There is something deeply personal about this moment, something that reaches beyond opportunity and touches purpose. Because what waits on the other side is not just a new path, it is a reflection of who you are becoming. Don't look away now. Stay with this, because something huge is about to become clear. You see, the seed you planted was never just about change. It was about connection. A quiet decision to walk with something greater than your fears, to trust a direction even when you couldn't fully explain it. And in doing so, you didn't just move forward. You aligned yourself. This is why things begin to feel different. Not louder. Not overwhelming. But clearer. You start noticing the right moments at the right time, the right thoughts entering your mind, the right sense of calm when you once felt uncertain. It's subtle, but undeniable. As if you are no longer walking alone, as if every step is being gently guided without force. And this is where many people finally realize. The door was never just about receiving something. It was about becoming someone. Someone who walks with quiet strength. Someone who moves with intention. Someone who trusts the process even when it unfolds slowly. Because once you reach this place, everything begins to respond differently. Opportunities feel more natural. Decisions feel more grounded. Your path feels less like a struggle, and more like a steady unfolding. And here is the most powerful part of all. You didn't need to chase this door. You didn't need to force it open. It appeared, when you were ready to recognize it. Right here. Right now. And as you stand within this realization, there is one final truth waiting to settle into your heart. A truth that will stay with you long after this moment passes. A truth that will change the way you walk through every door from this day forward. And now, in this quiet, steady awareness, the final truth begins to reveal itself. The door was never the destination. You were. Everything you felt, everything you questioned, every step you almost didn't take, it was all leading you back to this realization. That you are not waiting for the path to open. You are the one who opens it. Stay with this, don't rush past it, because something profound is settling into place within you. The seed you planted did more than begin a journey. It awakened a knowing. A calm, unshakable understanding that you are guided, that your steps carry meaning, that your life is not or without direction. And now, as you move forward, something shifts forever. You no longer walk searching for signs at every turn. You walk with quiet trust. You no longer hesitate at every unknown. You step forward with steady confidence. Because you have seen what happens when you choose to believe, even just enough to take one step. And that changes everything. From this moment on, every door you encounter will feel different. Not because they are easier. but because you are no longer the same person who once stood outside, unsure and waiting. You are someone who plants, who moves, who continues, even when the outcome is still forming. And here is the beauty of it all. The journey does not end here. It deepens. It expands. It continues to unfold in ways that will surprise you, not all at once, but exactly when you are ready to receive each piece. So as you leave this moment, carry this with you. The door is open. The seed is planted. And you are already walking forward, whether you realize it or not. Something beautiful has begun. And this time, you will not turn back. And even now, something within you is still unfolding. It didn't end with a single step. It didn't finish when the seed touched the soil. In truth, this is where the deeper journey begins. Because once you have seen the door, once you have felt that quiet shift inside, you can never return to the place you were before. Don't move past this too quickly. Stay here for a moment, because something even more meaningful is taking shape. You may not notice it immediately, but your awareness has changed. The way you listen, the way you pause, the way you sense direction, it's all becoming more refined, more intentional. What once felt confusing now feels guided. What once felt distant now feels closer. And what once felt uncertain, now carries a quiet sense of purpose. This is how the walk continues. Not with sudden leaps, but with steady, meaningful steps that build something lasting within you. You begin to trust your timing. You begin to honor your path. You begin to understand that not everything needs to be rushed to be real. And as this understanding grows, something else begins to happen. You stop fearing closed doors. Because you now know, if one does not open, it is not the end of your path, it is simply a redirection toward something more aligned with who you are becoming. Feel that for a moment. There is peace in that knowing. There is strength in that awareness. And there is freedom in no longer forcing what is not meant to be. Because now, you walk differently. You walk with patience. You walk with clarity. You walk with a quiet confidence that does not need to prove itself. And this is where your life begins to take on a new rhythm. A rhythm that is not rushed, not chaotic, but steady, grounded, and deeply connected. But before this moment closes, there is one last thing your heart needs to hear. One final